Start streaming. Okay. Every
Okay, there we go.
live chat, all things are visible. These must be really strange to listen to after the fact.
Because of the dialogue before
Yeah,
as
just
we're
like as
setting up.
us as talking about like, okay, have you posted it on Twitter? Okay, cool. There we go.
All right. Been waiting for this
Two.
all month.
I know it's been ages since we've. I feel like we've talked even like in real time. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Okay. Share. Copy link. I'm gonna put it on Instagram. Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get accustomed to Instagram because I'm trying to oh, this is kind of a personal little side note here, but
Mm-hmm.
I've told you about I'm volunteering and they want us to do social media, so I'm trying to learn how to do Instagram because
Aw.
I haven't been on Instagram
I
since high school.
know you've been pretty staunchly anti-Instagram.
Not
What?
because I don't like it necessarily, just because it's like, oh, I'm old now, so it's like another thing I have to kind of like learn how to use. I had to learn how to use Twitter, especially because like I
Mm-hmm.
never ever used Twitter.
I'm like yeah, I'm just such a little social media. I mean, that's one, it's my job, but my literal job. But yeah, I've always been a bit of a social media person, I
I
guess.
I think it's rubbed off on me because like now I'm like thinking about social media in more of a business way.
I mean, it is a fantastic tool and it's a free tool. I do think
Yes.
like one of the, you know, crises with it being a free tool is that you don't really own your following necessarily. Like if
Yeah.
something happens to the platform, like all, hundreds or thousands or, millions of followers you have just like kind of fade into the ether. Um, so like from a marketing standpoint, it's not as stable as like perhaps collecting email addresses or other things,
hmm
but you can get a lot of mileage out of it and it doesn't cost anything. Like unless you're going to be running paid ads, which again are cheaper than most typical ones. Ah, Jacob is here. Hello, friend.
Yay! Hello. Nice to have you,
Greetings.
as always.
I know. Welcome back, friend. Trying to see. I'm like, I know we're delayed. There's a slight delay, and so as things are like coming through, I'm like, oh wait, hey, what's up? Hmm. How is it? Okay, it's looking okay. Hmm. Yeah, okay.
I'm very yeah, I was just about to say, yeah, I'm really excited for this too because
Yeah.
I've been waiting all month to do it because I actually set this up
Mm-hmm.
like a while ago. I worked on it for a while and I got really into it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Once I
you really
sat down
did.
and worked, like I edited all the pictures and like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I went all out.
I love it. Yeah, no, you did, and it all looks great. It's I'm gonna be honest, there are a couple on there that I'm like, do I know who that is?
Okay, so we're
Um,
actually not doing episodes, but that's a good idea for the future. That would be fun to do maybe
ooh, guessing you're doing
next year at some point.
yeah.
Um,
Ooh, that was hmm. Doing
but
individual.
today we're doing a character tier
Yes,
list.
today we're doing characters, which that should be nice and chaotic. I'm really
Yeah,
curious where we're gonna
I
land.
don't know why, but I get the feeling that like we're gonna disagree
Oh,
on
we
some, like heavily.
absolutely are. I will because you showed me your tier list already, and I've gone and I went ahead and made my own too, out of curiosity, just to like see where I would do it. And I was like, there are definitely some that we're gonna disagree on. And I'm thinking maybe the move is that like if if we disagree, we like take maybe like the average tier You know, if I'm like, oh, that's a D character, and you're like, that's an A character, you know, we put them in B or C or something, or maybe we flip a
Yeah.
coin. I don't know. What
Yeah.
will we do if we disagree?
Um, if we disagree that strongly, yeah, I'd say the middle is probably the best way to
Yeah.
go.
Okay. We'll see. Maybe audience could be our tiebreaker.
That's a great idea. Yeah.
Audience will be tiebreaker. Okay. I like it.
You hear that, audience?
Yes.
That is your job for the evening.
Yeah. Help. Hi, Charla.
Hello.
I love when people are coming in. That's very fun.
Yes.
Also, what are these little crown things?
I
Are
don't
those?
know. I guess it's some new YouTube silliness.
I know. I'm like, what is this?
It looks like some kind of like point system. I don't know. I don't care enough to investigate it
I
right
don't
now.
know. I guess it's just like who's first, second, third.
Okay, guys. So no one has guessed the theme of the tier list.
I really thought it was going to be I mean, kindly everybody. I really thought it was going to be super obvious, but
We're doing a character tier list tonight.
yeah, doing character tier list. I just thought like people would see tier list and be like, "Oh yeah, no characters for sure." But you guys are really creative and are coming up with some great ideas. So, thank you,
Yeah, we'll definitely have to do
Kinsley.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tier
Ending
lists in
openings.
general are fun.
Ooh,
We talked
soundtrack tier
about doing
list.
a like a not a political spectrum, but like a what is that called?
Oh,
The
the
the true neutral, true good, the
yeah,
alignment chart. Yeah.
alignment. Yes, character alignment. Um, that I think also would be interesting to see if we agree on some of those. Teehee. Thinking arcs or episodes. Fair. Yeah. Unfortunately, not at this time. Well, we've got a few people in. Do we want to get going?
Sure.
Alrighty, so going to pull up our tier list. And can we see it? Well, probably not yet. But hopefully,
Yeah, because, delays and everything.
exactly. Delays and like it looks weird on. Okay, here we go. Can I squish it down a little? What's happening here?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. It just was too big. Oh, tier list. Yeah, there we go. Make it smaller. There we go. Okay. Now, hopefully, everybody's gonna have watched me resize that window. Very unprofessional. My apologies. I'm just a girl who's had to learn so many things to do this podcast. We're doing our best. Okay, so we've got our tiers S, A, B, C, D. And what we're going to do is we're going to start at the bottom of our little listy and rank as we wind our way up.
So starting us off is the one, the only Miho Obana herself.
There she is. I sort of feel like that's if she's not S tier, then like who is?
Exactly. Yeah. I feel like
I'm
that one's probably the easiest one on this whole thing.
for sure. There she goes. I drop her in place.
Yes, Obana's on the list because, I mean, she kind of inserts her in the anime and manga a few times. So,
She is a character.
yeah.
Plus, like the 1 2 3 sing the jazz singing episode, like where they have like the footloose town where nobody can sing or whatever.
Yeah.
Her and her sister are both in that, featured pretty heavily.
Oh, I forgot to put
Um,
her sister on the list. Oh
oh, I
well.
think that's fine. She's in one episode and like a bonus chapter. I think it's fine. Um, But yeah, suitcase, my goodness, there are a lot of characters. Yes, my friend. Yes, there are. We've got some anime onlys in here. We have some that only appear in the manga. We've got some very chaotic little characters.
I tried to we tried to put characters that were like that we thought really stood out,
Mm-hmm.
basically.
I think that's fair. Nobody feels like missing to me, you know,
Yeah.
that I can think of
Yeah.
anyway. So, okay, next up on our cute little list is who is this bird? Why do I know this bird? Is this Fuka's bird?
Yes. I can't
Oh my
remember the
god.
bird's name.
Does the bird have a name?
Yes, it does. I'm
Okay.
such a bad Kodocha fan for getting these things.
I
Uh,
don't think that's fair.
I bet if I look this up, I'm not even going to be able to find it.
Yeah, I don't. I'm
Oh, his name is Inu.
because oh, she wanted a dog, right?
Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go. There you go. That's funny. So okay, so Inu the what cockatoo?
Hmm.
Um, where are we? Where are we sticking the bird?
Um, well, just because it's a bird, like it's not quite D tier because it's a very, I guess it's a boy. I don't know. He's a very minor character and he doesn't really serve really anything interesting to the plot, so I put him in D. But just because he's a bird, he gets moved up to C for me.
Fair enough. I would have put him in D when I made my own tier list. Um, characters that I kind of like. Obviously, like D is for like characters who I think are actively bad, but also is for characters that I do not care about. And I think, um, yeah, and so yeah, I would think I would also put Inu the cockatoo in D.
Fun story. I actually had a cockatoo when I was a
Did you
kid. I
really?
think, yep, his name was Billy Bird.
I'm starting to wonder if our screen sharing is working. I don't know
What
if
do you
it's working.
mean?
I don't. Can everybody see our tier list screen that I put up?
Yeah, I have it up right now. Yeah, I can see it.
Like on the YouTube?
Yeah, yeah, I have it pulled up to YouTube.
Okay. Oh yes, there we go. Okay, cool. My I have like the stream going on my phone right now so I can see the comments come in more real time, but I was several minutes behind. So that'll do it.
Okay, I
Okay.
want to
That freaked
address,
me out for a second.
no worries. So I want to address Prince Link, Dark Babbitt missing though. Yes,
Mm,
so this was
mm.
a really hard decision for me because I wanted to include all the weird little Babbitts, but there was just so many of them that it was a bit overwhelming.
There it is a lot. I'm like you've got Cowboy Babbitt and
There's that
like
weird like art looking one that's
oh
like
yeah, Picasso Babbitt, Dark Babbitt. Gosh, there's more too. There's like oh, that's really gonna make me nuts. Yeah, I'm like maybe that's a tier list episode is we just do the different Babbitts.
wait, I thought we were gonna put the cockatoo in the C tier.
Oh, my bad, my bad. There, I fixed it. Shall we?
I'm sorry, but
I'm gonna
there's
be
no animal is going in D. I'm so sorry.
that I got a feeling I'm gonna be outvoted pretty strongly, but I have an animal I would put in D, but
Ooh, interested to see
unpopular
which one.
opinions.
I think I know which one it is, but we'll see
Probably.
when we get there.
Probably. Okay, so next up on our list is Sana's dogs,
Hmm.
who sort of disappear into the ether by the end of the manga and
Yeah,
kind of the anime.
but then one of them gets their own one shot in
Yeah,
Reborn magazine.
yeah, from that was for I think the 60th, 10 years ago. The big fluffy one got
I can't believe that was 10 years ago.
yeah, yeah. It was 2016. So Yeah, where are we rating Sana's dogs? You've already said no animal is going in D. So that means for you it's at minimum a C.
Yeah, I'd put them in C just because like I don't know why, but I think because they have that one shot and like I don't know, that one shot low key
Yeah.
irritates me.
Fair enough.
I
It
don't know
is
why.
I mean, it is a bit of a letdown. It's like, oh cool, Kodocha one shot. I wonder what it's gonna be about. Sana's dogs?
D is for dog.
Jacob.
I don't know. I don't know. I think maybe Jacob's onto something, but I think
Mm,
for now we're gonna go C.
for now, C. Okay. So that means that next up we've got Shiroi Iruka, the white dolphin.
All right.
Oh man, where are we?
Okay.
Where are we sticking the
So
dolphin?
this is where I think we're gonna disagree really
Yeah.
hard.
Okay. Where are
I'm
you put
putting the white dolphin in A tier.
A tier?
Yeah.
A tier? Oh my word. Uh, for why?
You don't remember the dolphin, Jacob?
I mean, and that's fair, because why would you? Yes.
No,
Uh,
I put it in A because, and maybe it's just me because I love random humor, okay?
uh,
Like the
okay.
randomness of it, it just it kills me.
It's an
And that's
A tier joke. Suitcase. No. Okay. See, because for me, White Dolphin is a D list character.
the dolphin.
Nonsense.
Oh my God. Okay. So Taishi says, or Taishi, the dolphin made me so angry that it turned into something positive for me.
Incredible. I'm okay, friends. So tiebreaker, I guess. Where should we be sticking the dolphin?
I love how the dolphin is the tiger.
Yeah.
Like it's not something like Fuka or like a
Um,
normal character.
as we go up, I'm certain that
I don't know why this is making me laugh so hard.
it is a little silly.
No, Jacob, no.
D for dolphin. Yes, Jacob.
No.
I feel so vindicated. Okay, other opinions coming through? Hmm. Do 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 do.
Uh, so I guess no one, maybe other than Suitcase. I'm just gonna back me up here.
I know. I'd kind of hoped there might be somebody with a sort of middling opinion, so we could maybe that's it. Maybe we compromise with B.
Let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and do B because we got a vote for A from Suitcase.
Yeah.
Oh
He's
yeah, I actually forgot to put Kurosuke the bunny on here.
uh
Oh no. How could I forget Kurosuke?
I I often do, but that's just me. Uh, they love it. The staff love the dolphin. It reminds me they're having fun. I see. I see. Well, how about B? Okay, so next up we've got Rooster.
Pyoko. Everybody loves some Pyoko.
Everybody loves Pyoko. Yeah, to me, Pyoko is an A tier
Yeah,
animal
yeah.
character.
I solid agree. Yep.
Yeah, gotta Pyoko's gotta be A. Because that the episode does make me laugh so much. It's definitely one of the best filler episodes. Okay, so then of course next is our beloved Maro-chan. Where
Hmm.
where would you put Our chipmunky friend.
Morrow. I don't know. I'd probably put Morrow in B because I
Oh,
like Morrow, but I don't
putting
know.
Morrow under Pyoko the rooster.
Oh yeah, I like Pyoko better, but that's
I'm
just my personal preference.
I'm like, maybe it's good that we do this podcast so you can't see faces, but like my jaw is on the ground. On the ground.
Nah, I don't know. A or B.
A or
Mm,
B. For me, it's gotta be an A. You know? Is
sounds
that
good to me. Yeah.
okay? All
You
right, next.
sound so like I just get this feeling like you're just so offended by that.
Like yeah, offended feels like a strong word, but Morrow is like part of
Nah, I
the
no
family.
like objectively, yeah, I think Maru is on the same level as Pyoko, but
Uh,
personally, I just find Pyoko funnier.
that's probably fair. Um, like Morrow certainly has his moments, of course. Oh, accidentally scrolled down. Um, I hit the space bar. That was on me. Uh, but like I don't know. Morrow is the mascot that Kodocha deserved, and we've shunned him too much.
True.
So A tier for me.
All right, this next one, whew, that's gonna be a difficult one to place.
Yeah, I you already know. I'm like,
I
you
know
know
where you want
me.
to put
You
Babbitt,
you already
but
know where I want to put Babbitt. It's my that's my toxic trait. That's my turn in your badge and your gun. You don't get to be a Kodocha fan anymore. Is that I don't like Babbitt.
is there an F tier?
I
Oh,
mean,
Babbitt.
I think if Babbitt was just chilling during the scene changes, or was just like a mascot for like the Barucha and the other things, that would be so fine with me.
You
But it's
know,
the interjections for me. Get out of
I
here.
almost feel like Babbitt needs like his own tier almost.
Just put him in Babbitt jail.
Oh, yeah, I should have done that.
Under D tier is Babbitt tier.
I wish
So
there was like a way. I don't know, like if
add
you
a
or
row below. I can. I can add a row below.
okay, okay, do
I
that.
did. Okay.
That
Oh.
needs to happen.
Oh no. Hold on. I goofed. Oh no. Oh my god. I promise I know how to use the computer, everybody. Okay, so D tier had been what, green? I accidentally changed the color when I was trying to do something else. Okay, and so we're gonna make Babbitt tier. Oh no, blue for Babbitt. Babbitt.
Babito.
Okay, Babbitt. Okay, so Babbitt tier for Babbitt. There we go. This is Sicily.
I love this.
I do too. Is there one T or two T's in Babbitt? The longer I look at this, the more I'm like,
I think
mm,
it's one T,
I
but
thought so too. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Oh my gosh. So,
So Suitcase says, "What is the overall feeling about Babbitt among fans over the years? You guys have a sense of that? I would have thought Babbitt is funny enough to get beyond polarizing and become beloved. Yeah, yeah, like Jacob said, it
it's
is very
it's
divisive.
divisive. Babbitt is adorable. I don't get the hate. Yeah, no, Babbitt is a well-designed, precious character, and my dislike of him comes entirely from the fact that he interjects in dramatic scenes and ruins them.
I don't hate Babbitt like you do,
Nobody does.
but I don't like I'm not obsessed with Babbitt either. Like I'm
Yeah.
kind of in between, which a lot of people like aren't.
Yeah, most
Like,
people are like it's a hard love. I will say, I other than like I have not met many people who are like me with Babbitt. Like they might be like, oh, I wish he hadn't done that in this episode or something, but like overall still like him, and I'm just like unforgivable. Leave, get out. No, that's just me though. Comedic relief is already part of the show during the most heated moments. Babbitt is just another part of it, in my opinion. Cool. Okay. I think Babbitt is indispensable to the fast-paced structure that makes Kodocha's anime unique and amazing when Babbitt's interjecting the plots moving swiftly. And this is just an area where we're gonna have to agree to disagree, pals. Like, I think I'm like, to put it in a nutshell, what I think is probably true is that if you prefer the Kodocha anime, you are going to like Babbitt. And if you prefer the Kodocha manga, the chances of you being really enthusiastic about Babbitt plummet. And I
see,
think that's you prefer the
I
manga, but
prefer
you're fine with Babbitt,
I
you
think
know?
because I personally like I overall the manga is better to me. And I think it's objectively better anyway.
Mm.
But um, sometimes I just want to sit and watch something really silly and random, and Babbitt is perfect for that. So I think that's why I don't really hate him like some people do, because
Or you
I
can
do
just say
appreciate the
like
Kodocha
M
anime for what it
does.
is. Like you do.
Yeah. Because I mean, let's be honest. I'm like I'll own it. It is my probably my most unpopular Kodocha opinion. Um, and it is what it is. I'm like I will stand in my aloneness and hold my opinion.
And I've seen a few other people that have that opinion too.
Oh
You're
man.
not completely alone.
Well, that would be nice. Okay, what do we got from Prince? Like, not really. If Babbitt was in the manga, opinion still stands. It's cute. It's more so that I consider the mascot of the series. Even the Babbitt icon appeared on multiple character shirts. But it still feel the same way if it was in the manga. Okay. That's an interesting thought. Because, like, to me, like, Babbitt is kind of redundant in the sense that, like, he was created because they wanted a mascot for the series, right? And they wanted it for merchandise reasons. But at the same time, like we already to me there already was one in the series, and Morrow to me would be the obvious like pick for
Yeah,
mascot. And it's interesting to me that they left the canon character to the wayside to create something
yeah,
else.
I always found that to be a bit odd when I first watched it. I was like, they have Morrow, and Morrow's kind of
And the
like,
crazy hats and like which
yeah.
are in their own way icebreakers and comedic relief.
Just from what I could tell about Daichi, though, is he always liked to insert his own creations into these things. So I think that's honestly what it boiled down to, was he just wanted to make something that was uniquely his.
Probably fair. Yeah, that's from what we know about him, I think that's probably the truth of it. And that's just what it is. But I much prefer Babbitt over Morrow. Babbitt's a dedicated voice actress and dialogue. Morrow just kind of runs around. IDK. I Prince Link, I just have to say, I really admire how hard you are writing for Babbitt right now. Like, who like find me another Kodocha character that's got somebody like rooting this hard for them. Like, I cannot
I love
agree.
it. Love the path.
Yeah, I can like
Really do.
I cannot agree, but I so admire your passion. I think I get genuinely think he's a fundamental structure thing for the anime, says Suitcase. I don't disagree, but I maybe my actually I'm like maybe Babbitt isn't my most unpopular Kenosha opinion. But I have, if you've listened to the podcast for a while, a deeply complicated relationship with the anime. Um, and I do think that some of those things that were added by the anime staff, by Daichi, to make some of those things that are hallmarks of the Kodocha anime in particular are things that I don't personally need. Like I love the OVA. It's paced disastrously
Oh my gosh,
because we're
yes.
because we're doing like 6 episodes or like 6 chapters in like 20 minutes. But to me it really nailed it did what the manga does really well, where it maintains like the humor but also keeps the heart, and it didn't have to like they didn't need to make everything as wacky crazy to keep it funny, if that makes sense. You know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm
No, I was just enthusiastically listening to you.
I'm loving I'm so sorry. I'm like now I'm reading the chat. I'm like, I'm loving this. The show also took a more comedic turn, more suited for the anime than the manga. I would agree. Read the OVA's example of a debabbited anime. Yes. Da-da-da. Found it unbearable during the frustrating arc, like I wanted those arc. Actually, Taishi mentioning Babbitt's counting song from the New York arc.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, the counting song. I had like just forgotten the counting song and now it's in my head again. One, two,
That song
one, two,
one, two, three, four.
three.
It's the is over and over in hell. Okay, do you want to move on?
Yeah, it's
Since
probably
like
time.
we've
I'm like
barely scratched the
we have
surface.
barely scratched the surface on this and we are already like
30 minutes in, I think.
yeah,
Almost.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Whoops. And we have ranked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 characters. So we're
Yeah,
off
it
to a
could be
great
worse, I
start,
guess.
I guess, yeah. I'm like, as we get into more controversial characters, this is gonna be should we set a timer? Like I'm legitimately wondering, like, should
I
we like limit ourselves to like 90 seconds?
I don't know. That's no fun.
Okay, then we won't. It was just an idea to help keep us focused on pace. Prince Link, my fault, haha. I mean, I'm not one to place blame, friend,
We're just here to chill and have
but
fun.
we are here to chill and have
That's
fun.
how
We're
I
good.
see it. So,
That's fair. I'm in no rush. Um, will my partner start
okay.
wondering where I am at some point? Yeah, probably, but for now. Okay, so
Same.
next up, yeah, same. Uh, okay, so next up we have the Camera Academy lady, Sensei, whose name I cannot remember.
I think her name is just Miss Camera.
Oh, that's fun. I think
Yeah, I
because
think
I'm
like
thinking about it, I
she's
feel
just
like Naozumi calls her teacher or like calls her sensei. We
yeah.
watched that episode not that long ago for a recap episode, but
Yeah, but I don't think we like really talked about her specifically in depth.
no, not really. For me, she's like a solidly like B character because she's a good, lovely person.
Hmm.
And I love that Naozumi has like her to kind of be his family. And obviously she does such a good job taking care of the children, but we don't get to know her that well.
But she's a good person,
Yeah, but
so
she's a
she
good
belongs in
person.
B.
Yeah. Good people belong in B. Great people belong in A. And then, okay, after that, we've got Misako's ex husband.
What's his name? Ryosuke, I think it
Is
is.
his name Ryosuke? Okay, that was the name that came to my head, and then I was like, there's no way it's that. But I think we were just
I'm
talking about the
yeah.
rabbit Kurosuke, and it got
Hmm.
me confused for a moment. So, okay, so Ryosuke, can I have some money, please?
I think we all know where he's going.
He's got to go in D. He's got to be
Absolutely.
our first D tier character. I'm so
He's
with you.
garbage.
Hot garbage.
Uh,
Yeah.
can I have some money? He's
It's
so
such a
lame,
silly
dude.
character. I know. It's funny how he makes like what half an appearance in the manga and then I think he gets a few episodes in
You know what I
the
would have
anime.
loved is like if Obana like wrote companion novels and she actually wrote like the Gigolo and I would
Oh my
love to
god,
read
right?
that. I really need the tea on that. I
That's
really
fair.
do.
I honestly am like, yeah, I would definitely read a prequel like series about Misako. Like
Gosh, that would be
I
a
would read
good
that.
like if they brought Kodocha back, like if they didn't like reboot the anime, that would be a really good series, I think.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like Obana could like pick Ray even or like there are so many other characters that I'm like, yeah, I'd read a whole additional 10 volumes on just those people.
Hmm.
Misako's definitely one of them for me. So curious about this man. How do you end up married to a man like this? Just don't
Well,
understand.
as she put it, she was young and foolish, as we all are.
Yeah, I guess because she got married at like what like,
Like 21, I think she said.
but she was divorced so soon after that. And then like
Well,
how long were they married?
I've heard of people getting married and then getting a divorce the next year. So, I mean,
Oh.
celebrities do it all the time.
Okay, we got one question in the chat for why is the chipmunk on Misako's head so high? LOL. Why does nobody see what I see in Maro the chipmunk? I just why? I feel so alone. He's so cute.
He is. I have a little Maro keychain,
Me
and I want
too.
that plushie, but it's
Oh,
so
I know it's
expensive
so
every time I see it.
expensive. Yeah, I'm just not willing to pay what people are listing him for, but I would also like to have one. I also have the keychain, probably the same one from that group buy we did.
Yeah, I think that was, yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's what I got it from.
I've got him
Yeah.
with the red bow tie and little green vest.
Yep.
Yep, we got the same one. Love it. Anywho, staying focused, a thing that we're really good at, famously so. Um, Up next, Takeshi Gojo.
He's another one I feel like needs his own category, but like I don't feel like he deserves his own category at the same time.
How about we make a category that is just called prison,
All right, let's do it.
jail, jail
I
category?
feel like he'd I feel like he'd be the only one in it though.
It's possible.
Except except maybe I can think of maybe one other character, but
I
we'll get to
might
him.
stick Sengoku Sensei in jail also.
I was gonna save it. That's who I was thinking of,
Oh,
but
my
I didn't want to
bad.
say.
I'm
It's all
sorry.
right. I
Spoilers.
guess we can go ahead and put him in there.
Yeah, that's fair. Just stick Sengoku jail. Jail. Jail for 1,000 years. There. Prison. Okay. Uh, is it going to be funny that Snake Reporter does not go to jail for 1,000 years?
Yeah, I wouldn't put him there.
I wouldn't either.
I'd put him in C.
C. Okay.
Really?
I
Why you want to
mean,
put him in D?
that's my impulse, but I mean, he has more redeeming qualities than Ryosuke in the end, so I think I can accept it.
He's a solid anime only character in my opinion. Like
That's fair.
he fits the vibe really
That's fair.
well, I think.
They do flesh him out pretty well, all things considered. So, okay. Uh whomst is this Justin Bieber hair having man? Why do I not recognize him?
That is the actor who played alongside Asako in Mansion of Water.
Oh,
Can't think of his
this
name.
yeah, do we ever learn his name? Can I just not remember it or
I think we do. Like, because I remember they had like that press conference before they went off to the mountains, and I'm pretty
Mhm.
sure like he says his name.
Yeah. Okay. Well, where are we sticking him?
I don't like how he put the moves on Asako, but I wouldn't put him in D tier either, just because like he didn't really do anything like
No.
evil.
Yeah, and I'd also add too that, when he found out that she was spoken for, he did back off and was very respectful and kind about it.
Yeah, yeah,
So C, are we putting him in C?
sounds good to me.
Okay. Next up, Mikio Ono, the director,
All
who
right.
I got mixed feelings on this guy. Um, my degree is in directing, and I'm like that's what I did for the my first chunk of my 20s. It's theater directing, and I just have never, and maybe this is why I'm no longer a director, but I just haven't ever wanted a scene or a shot more than I've wanted the safety of my actors, personally.
Yeah. I think I think because of that, like that knocks him down to B because I my impulse would put him in A, but
Mm.
then I think about like how he's more focused on making a perfect movie. It's like I watched this video, this was a few months ago, where they it was like the darkest stories or something like that, like real true
Mm-hmm.
stories. And it was about this guy who's making the low budget film, and they wanted to film on train tracks on this bridge,
Mm.
and they couldn't get permission to do this. But the guy was like, no, we're going to do it anyway.
Mm.
He ended up getting one of his crew members killed because of that decision.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think I'd put him in B just because of that. But other than that, I really like his character design
Yeah, his
and I like his
design is
overall
cool.
vibe. But yeah,
Yeah.
he's kind of not a great dude.
Yeah. I'm kind of with you there. I feel like B is fair. Like I probably would have ranked him lower. Um, but I think it's fair. I think it's fair. Okay. So next we have Tomomi-chan, precious angel baby. What a cutie
I
pie.
like her,
I do
but
too.
she's kind of boring.
She's a nice foil to Mayu, I guess, who's like so outspoken and so intense. And so it's nice that and especially too when you got throw Sana's energy in there, which is also very intense. It's nice to have like a grounding force in the room.
Yeah.
So, and I think her design is like so 90s it girl,
hmm
like with her little haircut and stuff that I just think she's a charming character. But I don't necessarily need her to be like A tier or anything.
Now the question is, do we put her in B or C?
I'd put her in B. If I'm like to me, if Mikio Ono is in B, then she's got to be. Then she can't be in C.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. And sweet crazy Mayu, another strange angel baby. What do we think?
Oh, see, I don't know, because like,
Yeah,
God, she's just
she's
freaking.
she's a
I don't
lot.
know if I should say the word, but um, for the kids watching, which I don't think any children are, but
Typically,
um,
no.
you know, she's such a little bee.
Mm.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice. She's just a
Mm-hmm.
kid. I don't know. I'd put her in C just because, like, she's not evil or downright nasty. Like, she
Mm-hmm.
literally, she just
She's
is
just
just
young
super
and immature.
competitive. She's
Yeah.
immature. She's very competitive and takes her job very seriously. So it
Mm-hmm.
clouds her judgment. So I'd put her in C.
Okay. I don't disagree. All right. Next up, I've like, if I showed you the tier list that I made just for me, I think you'll probably giggle because I put like most of the New York cast in D tier, and then I was like, Pizza Rick, my beloved, and put him really high.
I I don't know. Did she? Did you show it to me? I
I
did.
don't think so. I made it the other day and I thought we were gonna. Forgive me, friends. I did not do my homework. I mean, I did my homework. I just thought that we were gonna be like comparing our lists instead of making one, but that's okay. But yeah, I just think
That's
Pizza
my
Rick
fault.
is
I'm
no,
sorry.
you're fine. Goodness no, that's on me. Friends, you probably won't be surprised to hear this, but Ari and I have been hella busy in real life, and so that's why we've been doing lives this summer instead of recording episodes.
It's been really fun though. Like
It's been
I
fun.
really
Yeah.
enjoy doing the lives, and
Me
I'm so happy that
too.
everyone comes to listen to us babble on about this
Yeah.
silly 90s anime series.
I love it. Also, yeah, the everybody chiming in is very fun as well. Sometimes it's like I don't wanna be like we're an echo chamber of just the two of us, but it's like nice to get some new opinions into.
All right, so
Okay,
Pizza
Pizza
Rick.
Rick. Pizza Rick, my guy. Only person looking out for Naozumi.
I'd put him in C, but I get the feeling you probably want to put him higher.
Nah, C is fine. I think C is fair for Pizza Rick. That's kind of what he deserves in my mind.
I like his hair color.
I know he's an interesting character design. Why is his hair minty green? We'll never know. Especially because most of the other, like all of the other New York characters have like very normal hair.
All right,
Anyway, okay.
everyone's favorite mom.
Oh, now Zumi's birth mom, jail,
Yep, absolutely.
prison. Get out of here. I hate that lady. How could you take this beautiful, sweet angel baby boy and be so mean to him? I can't. Ugh. All right. What about Gary Hamilton?
Gary Hamilton is so boring and lame. He's going in D.
He's going in D. Yeah, I want everybody. I like, for the sake of me loving Naozumi as a character, I like have to hope that Gary becomes a better person and father in the future. And I like to
I mean,
imagine that he develops a relationship with, his New York family
in
later in
that
life.
episode 103 preview thing, like they're in it, like they came to Japan to
Oh,
see
that's
him.
right.
So
Yeah. Yeah. So, canon, it is law. Insert Obama gif here. Um, all right. And then I can't remember Mrs. Hamilton's first name.
I think her name is Michelle.
Ooh, yeah, that feels right. Michelle. Okay, where are we sticking Michelle?
I don't I don't like her. She's D because she's just mean.
She is not my favorite. I'm like, she's not jail bad, but like,
She's just mean.
she's just mean. Like, unnecessarily so. So, all right. Cecile. Shishiru. Where are we sticking her?
Okay, so I want to bring this up real quick in the chat.
Ooh.
J to the P Moreno says, anyone remember the Toy Story characters as toys in the New York arc? None of the online wikis reference it. I vaguely remember seeing that. Yeah, I'd have to go back and watch that again and
Ooh.
like maybe screen cap it because like I do vaguely remember that when I
I
watched it when I was really sick last year.
I'm darn curious. I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, I remember like watching it and I was like, "Hey, that looks familiar." And then like I kind of like it left my brain because again, I
Uh-huh.
watched it when I
You
was
were
like
sick.
had a fever.
Yeah.
So
So you're like, it's a fever dream. There's not gonna be Pixar references here. There could be. Yeah, no, that's I'm like, J to the P Moreno, you were watching the New York arc with a lot more attention than I was. I'll just be honest.
it was the
Um,
scene where Naozumi's awful mom was showing him his room. Yeah, yeah,
uh, how interesting. I mean, that would be a fun little reference because, like, it's those are like these are American toys. Um, that's interesting. I'll have to go back and look at that. I'm really curious now. Thanks for the reminder for Ari slash hot tip for me. Okay.
Moving on.
Cecile. Taishi says D for Cecile.
Oh, Cecile.
Uh, I I just want to
I
like her
like
more
her.
than I do.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I like her character design. Like I like
Yes.
her hair, and
Yes.
I know in Jacob's video, like he always talks about her laugh. It's a little
It's pretty
creepy.
rough. It's pretty rough. That's definitely fair. Her design is super cute, but she's and again, as we've said before and we'll say again, like these are children and they're acting like children, and so she absolutely has been very self-centered and has been very selfish and like whiny, but also she's a literal child. So
I'd put her
that's
in C,
put her in C, bump her up.
and
Okay.
she's a lot more interesting than her parents.
That is true. She does have that going for her. Uh, all right. Next up is Brad.
I think we all know where
Uh,
Brad's going.
you putting him in D?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I just recolored Akito, but like, it's such a strange choice. It was
I
really
know.
weird.
I
Why did they
hate
do
that.
this?
Like they should like I guess they were cheaping out on something. I don't know what the logic was there, but like they could have just made a
I
new
know. I
character.
know. Like, yeah, I can't understand how it would have saved them money either because they don't. I mean, I'd have to watch it again to be sure. But I remember feeling at the time like they weren't reusing a ton of Akito like animation footage, like because Brad doesn't like really move the same way, so it
Yeah,
just
he's
does
a bit
feel extra
more
random.
open in the way that
Yes,
he like walks and
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So it's like, why for what? I don't know.
So Suitcase says, I barely understood the purpose of Brad. It's very confusing. I felt that way too. When I
Yes,
actually sat down and watched the arc, like he felt very pointless.
he kind of. I mean, the only thing I can think of, like the only reasoning I could think of, is that they were like is kind of like his initial introduction where like Sana is clearly missing Akito and thinking about him, and then she like thinks she's hallucinating him. I like
Like
that's like
it. That's the only scene that
that's like the
matters.
only thing that yeah, so random. And then it's like, oh, and here's my mom who's a carbon copy of Shimura.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Speaking of which, is she on this list? There she is. Okay. All right. Next up, my girl, Bernie.
I think we all know where Bernie goes. Either S or A. What do you think?
See, for me, S has to be for like the super special characters, but she's
Yeah.
solidly A tier in my heart.
Okay.
I love
That sounds
Bernie.
fair.
I love Bernie. She is wonderful and sweet and good to these lovely strangers.
The only New York art character that matters, in my
Honest
opinion.
to God. Yes, agreed. Um, Nazumi's second slash worst manager. This
Mm.
lady. What is her name? Starts
Sh-
with an R.
Riho, I think is her
Riho.
name.
Correct. Good job. Good job. Yeah, no, she's jail for me.
She's jail for me too, simply
Oh,
because like she
I,
creeps on Naozumi
yes.
in a
I don't like it.
I don't want to say it, but
No, it's
you
weird,
know,
and I don't like it. Yet I'm
yeah,
like, you keep those in your shirt, lady.
yeah.
Um,
Oh
mm-mm.
God, that scene makes me so
I hate it
uncomfortable.
violently. Oh, I hate it. Anyway, yeah. So prison for her. Um, Maeda, my beloved. Poor Maeda. Oh man, that guy. I'd stick him in B, I think. Cause
Yeah,
like and especially in the manga too, I do love when he was like, have you ever considered acting to Akito? I thought that was funny. One of
yeah.
the last
I'd put him in
volumes.
B too.
Yeah.
He's always looking out for Naozumi.
He's a good guy. I did think he was done especially dirty in the New York arc in the anime. It's like, why did you do
Oh
this?
yeah, he like gained a bunch of
He
weight,
made him
didn't
gain a
he?
bunch of weight and then like abandon them forever and then like, oh, it's so weird. This is really odd. Ugh. Anyway, so next up is Onda.
Anda?
Onda Sen. Bless him. God, he puts up with a lot. Poor guy.
I don't know where I'd rank him
Sensei.
though. Like, that's tough.
Mm. I know. I have kind of like a soft spot. Um, One, just like the trope of editor chasing author for manuscript in anime is tropey for sure, but definitely one of my favorites. I just think it's so silly. And they really do give him a fair amount of screen time to do that.
I think I'd
In the
put him in
anime.
B.
Feeling B for him. I feel like that's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a soft spot for him too, because he's
Yeah.
literally just doing his job. He's trying to be a good guy.
Yeah. God love him. He's just trying to do his job. Um, all right. Hairdresser. Seiji?
Suji.
Suji. Thank
Yeah.
you. My bad, my bad. Who's named Seiji? Nobody in
Suji,
Kodocha.
who in the English dub they cut out his little crush on Ray.
Because Kodocha dub is homophobic, but it's fine.
Yeah, there are a couple of moments now that I think about it that where they like say off-color things like that.
Yeah. It's fine, we're fine. Where are we putting our only canonically gay character?
Um, that's the only one. I thought there was another one. No, no, that's well.
I'm like, I have many gay characters in my brain, but I don't think there are many gay characters in canon.
Suji. I guess I'd put him in C just because we don't know that much about him, but
No,
he's not a bad guy.
yeah, he's in the first episode, and then like he's background a little, and but we really don't see him much after that. Like the
Yeah.
first like 10 episodes, I'd say. So yeah, that feels fair. All right. If you love ice cream, I love you. Where are we putting
What was that guy's name? Oh
Hiroshi?
my gosh.
Is it Hiroshi?
Hiroshi. Yeah.
It's Hiroshi. Okay. I was like, I was pulling that from my head and I was like, that doesn't feel right, but it might be. Okay. He's a cute little bean. I think his character design is kind of cute and funny. And
Yeah.
I like his square little head.
I think I'd put him maybe in B or C. What do you think?
Mm. I think I'm like looking at the people in C, and I do feel like he's a little bit better than them, so I think I'd put him in B.
Sounds good to me. I was actually
Okay.
thinking the same thing, but I wasn't
Yeah.
sure. Like
I was
he'd
like,
probably be almost in between those, like B and C, like
yeah,
if there's a category
B and a
between
half.
them.
You know, we
Yeah.
could do it. It's not too late. We're already adding tiers.
Nah, let's just put him in B. No, I
Okay.
think if we add any tiers, they need to be like extra special.
That's fair. Like jail or Babbitt.
Yep, exactly.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, so now we've got Zenjiro's manager, whose name I simply cannot call to memory. I know I
Yeah,
knew
his
it
name is kind
once.
of long, isn't it?
I cannot remember it to save my whole life.
Yeah. I want to say it's something Kichi, maybe.
Ooh, that feels plausible. Where?
Maybe. Let me see if I can look that up real
Yeah, I
quick.
am just curious. It's gotta be. I think it's on the wiki.
Let's see. Not Ray. Stupid AI answer.
Konkichi? No,
Of course, it's not going to tell me.
cannot remember. I'm gonna look at the chat in the meantime, see what we've got. I feel like Babbitt was at his worst with Cecile. Yeah, fair. Akito's Echo Fighter for Brad. Bernie's the
I
best of
was
the arc. Correct. Yes, excellent.
so his name is Sonikichi.
Sanakichi. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a fun name.
He's got a really long last name, and I'm not even gonna begin to try and pronounce it.
Yeah. All right. Where are we putting him?
Let's see, Sonikichi. I'd put him in B alongside Hiroshi. I like
Yeah,
him. He's
that
he's got
feels
a good
fine.
personality.
There we go. All right. I feel like this is going to be another controversial one.
Oh, Zenjiro.
Zenjiro Sensei. Where are we putting Zenjiro?
Hmm. So
Hmm.
I like Zenjiro overall, but like occasionally he gets on my nerves. So I'd
Mm-hmm.
probably put him alongside the rest of his castmates and his manager in B.
I can accept that. I can accept that. I was worried that you were going to be like, A for Zenjiro. And I'm like, no.
No, he's not that good. Like
He's
I
not
know he's
that
a real
good.
guy, but like I'm sorry if the real Zenjiro ever hears this. Like it's not you. It's just your anime counterpart is just okay.
Yeah.
Like you're better than average, but you're not quite there yet.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah. Yep. I don't mind him. I do think like some of the recurring gags with him are funny. But a lot of them I'm just kind of like I don't know if I need that. But
Yeah. Yeah, he's almost like a Babbitt in a way, but
yeah.
not as intrusive.
Yeah. I do like it's like some of my favorite Zenjiro moments are like when him and Sana do all of those commercials together.
Hmm.
Those really tickle me. Like obviously the recurring thing with Ando Sensei is pretty funny. But yeah, sometimes it does just like take a hard left turn and I'm like why are we doing this? I would much rather spend time with Sana and the main characters.
Yeah, he really irritates me in that one filler episode about Sana's little sister.
Oh my god. Yes.
That's like Zenjiro at his worst, if you ask
Yeah.
me.
That's fair. Yeah. It's wasn't my favorite either. You're right. Next up, guy from the hot springs.
He's so annoying.
What is his name? I
I
do not
can't
remember it.
remember
That guy. It's that guy.
the guy that
Uh,
Grandma Karada tried to set Sana up with.
yes, I'm like, "Mwah." Gross. Um, he's not in jail, but I don't like him. So
I don't either. The only thing about him, I like his character design, but he
yes,
still doesn't quite make it to C for me because of that. Like
that's
he's still
fair.
in D because he's so annoying.
Yeah, it's also just like he's such a tropey character design. Like I feel like so many series from this time have a guy that looks has these glasses and kind of looks like this, you know?
Yeah, like the Sailor Moon.
Yeah,
What's that character's name?
yeah. I'm also forgetting
I
because I
can't think of
haven't
his
watched it in
name.
a long time. I know it's on me. It's on me. I have to turn in the Maho Shoujo part of my name. Um, I'll just be Shoujo M. Anyway, so Grandma, sweet Grandma, she's a chaotic lady.
Like Grandma, but
I
she,
like Grandma.
she's a filler character, and I feel like she borrows a lot just from like Misako's character.
Mm.
So I'd probably put her in B.
Okay. I think I'm comfortable with that. I do wish that they had done more with her. Like I do think like as a character, like she could have been super interesting. Um, but they just kind of like the couple of episodes where she appears aren't my favorite. They fall a little flat to me.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
So, alrighty. Next is Takaishi's quiet girlfriend. Is her name Shizu?
Shizue,
Shizue?
something like that. Yeah.
That's would be extremely funny to me because Shizuka in Japanese just means quiet.
Hmm.
So if they just like named her quiet, I would be crying laughing. But um, she is such a D character to me.
Same. I really
Yeah,
don't like her, actually.
yeah. I just
She has no backbone. Um, and
yeah,
she's just, I don't know, like she just irritates me a lot. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know. I feel like if Fuka had stayed back in where was it?
Osaka?
Uh, yes.
Hmm.
The name of the place was I was losing it. Yeah, I feel
Hmm.
like if Fuka would have stayed there, like she wouldn't have like she would have done everything to keep Takaishi to herself. And she would have like she wouldn't have done what Fuka did for Sana and Akito. Like
Hmm.
she saw the connection between them, so she backed off eventually.
Hmm.
I think this chick, I don't think she'd do that for Fuka and Takaishi. I think she'd
Yeah.
like really try her best to sabotage what Fuka and Takaishi have.
See, I'm like, I kind of agree in the sense that, like, I mean, she did see the connection between them, that they still had a connection, which is why she approaches Fuka. But like to me, therein lies the problem, is that she approaches Fuka. I think that particularly in the 90s, early aughts, we very much like, one, pitting women against women, just like a thing that happens a lot. But two, there's always this like, she stole him. And I just don't think that boys can be stolen if they don't want to be. It has more to do with him than it does with her, you know? And so
Hmm.
just like the please don't like take him away. It's like, talk to your boyfriend, girl. Like that's not on Fuka. If he does, he is a person with free will. And if he doesn't
Yeah,
want to be with you,
exactly.
he doesn't want to be with you. Hashtag he's just not that into you. And it's okay.
You know, that now that we're talking about it, that would like be a really interesting topic to explore in a fan fiction.
It's on my list. I got Takaishi and Fuka thoughts for days. Just need to like have time to write.
Yes, please.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm like I've got some half finished things. I've just been so distracted with my long fic with like whatever free time I have. So that's on me. But that's neither here nor there. Next up we have
Takaishi.
Takaishi. There he is.
I like him.
I do
He's okay.
too. I do too.
I
I,
do wish we could have like gotten more about him.
yeah. Yeah.
I'd probably put him in B, maybe.
B. I could stick him in B. I could also stick him in C, if only because I don't love characters who refuse to communicate. Like
Mm.
miscommunications, that's tough. That's one thing. But just like completely ghosting Fuka and then like refusing to speak to her and refusing to clarify a rumor
Yeah, let's throw
is
him in C.
childish. Yes.
Yeah, that's a valid point. Yeah,
My
let's throw
girl
him in C.
deserves better. It's fine. So yeah, because like to me that's just very like non-confrontational in an unhealthy way. But
Hmm.
that's just me. Next up is Yunchi. Silly
Yunshi's a
Yunchi.
solid guy.
I just love
He's
Yunchi.
I know you do.
I don't know why. He's just a nice, like, refreshing attitude for their little friend, like, junior high friend group, I think.
Hmm.
Because, like, Tsuyoshi's so earnest and Akito can be so angsty. And then you've just got Yunchi. And he's just a happy guy. And he's just a little goober. He's just a guy. Like,
He's definitely like I could totally see him like being the one like, hey guys, let's go get drunk this weekend.
100%. Yeah. No, he's definitely, like, so, like, I'm like, this is the person who definitely wants to, like, keep everything going. Like, it's like,
Hmm.
okay, I'm tired and want to go home. And he's like, oh, no, we should go get burgers. Oh, no, we should go get, second location, third location,
Love it.
bar,
Yeah.
club,
All right.
another club.
Okay. All right. A tier.
To me, yes, in my heart, Yunchi is A tier.
I don't know if
Ooh,
we should put him in A or B because, like, I don't know. I love him too, but is he
but not that
really like
much.
A tier
But
material? Yeah,
Is he Bernie and Pyoko?
not quite.
Not quite, just
Oh
like
gosh,
one
but
under.
but he's better than like Zenjiro, and let's just put him in A. Just
Okay,
put him in A.
twist my arm if we must.
I'm sorry, but he is better than them, in my opinion.
I agree, but I'm also open to that just being M has a hyperfixation on another background character. She's
Oh,
a
but I love him too. Like
That's good.
I don't think I love him as
That's my
much as
boy.
you, but I don't think I love him as much as you do, but I'm definitely up there.
That's good. That's good. He's a good egg. Ugh. Now we have Mrs. Kimura.
Mrs. Kimura. Uh,
Jail.
she's not quite jail to me.
It's fair. She hasn't done anything as wrong as any of the people who are currently imprisoned in our jail tier, but she is a bitch. I'll
Yeah,
say it.
yeah, she's I think she realizes what she does at the end, which is why I wouldn't put her in jail.
Yeah. She
Um,
has it. She
but
comes around.
but I don't know. Like we don't really like see really the change. She just kind of goes away after
Mm-hmm.
things have been settled. I'd still put her in D though, just because like she's just
Indeed.
I don't know. I don't see how like you could treat your kid that way at all.
Kind of with you. Kind of with you. So now we've got Kazuyuki.
Very interesting.
Oh, what a strange guy. What a weird little arc he has.
I'm currently working on a video about him, and
Oh, I
it's
cannot
been an
wait.
experience.
I
Yeah.
cannot wait to get your like psychology degree takes on this kid. I'm so ready.
Um,
I don't know where to stick him because like him and
I don't.
Akito develop a friendship at the end, and so it's complicated and confusing.
See, since I'm working on that video, like him and his whole arc and everything involving him is like very fresh in my mind. So, but at the same time, it's like he's a very well-written character, but he's just at the same time, he's like I don't know. It's a hard thing to describe because he comes and goes so fast.
Yeah,
So it's like kind of gives me a little bit of whiplash.
little
Um,
bit. I'm like, I can definitely see it because, like, I guess to me, his arc like peters in and out, like, because
mhm.
Obana starts like including him like in scenes. He's like around from like the time they enter junior high, and then it kind of like his arc stops very abruptly. But then like he's kind of in the some of the final stuff, like in the final chapters.
Yeah.
So like again, as background, but like sort of like a presence, I guess.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Like
Yeah.
because it's uh
I
because
guess
he's a
like
go
yeah.
ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm like if I'm using the people who are already in the tiers as like our litmus test for like where somebody else should go, I'm like he's better than the people in D.
Oh, I put him higher, way higher than D.
Yeah,
I'm
and I'm
kind
like
of
and
stuck
I
between A and B.
A and B. Wow, okay. I was stuck between like B and C. So maybe
Okay.
the compromise is B.
Okay. That sounds good.
Huh?
Yeah, because like a part of me wants to put him in A just because like I found his character to be very like,
It's interesting.
again, fresh in my mind, very
Mm-hmm.
psychologically interesting, but it's like there's really not anything beyond that. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like with Sana, like, Sana can be funny. Sana can like she goes through things that really make you think.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's got a lot of layers to her. With
Yes.
Kazuyuki, it's just like tragedy. And then like there's
More
really nothing
tragedy.
else. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Uh
Well, works for me.
all right. Next up we've got
You
Ishida.
should I don't know.
Is he prison worthy?
I don't
I
know.
because he's not as bad as the other people in jail. But he's like, and I also really don't like him.
Again, it's like that argument, like he's just a kid,
He's
but
just a kid, but I just
like
don't like
he's on the same level as the weird hot springs guy, I think.
him. I think that's fair. Stick him in D. All right. Gomi, Gomi, where are you going?
I liked what the anime did with Gomi.
Yeah, I did too. I like Gomi. Put him in A.
Um, yeah, for sure.
Stick him an A. Hisai, sassy girl. I
I love
hardly.
her.
I do too. She's kind of again like it's a good helpful energy I think because like so many of the girls in Sana's class are like like mommy and Aya and they're kind of I don't say like demure but like just like more soft spoken and so like Sana's energy is like a lot in comparison to them and I sort of feel like Hisai is that bridge
Hmm.
that like because she's also kind of like a high energy sassy person just not as much as Sana
Yeah.
so I like Hisai. She could be A for me.
Hmm. Yeah, I'd put her in A too.
Okay. Uh Sweet Mommy Chan.
Mommy's definitely A.
Yeah. Sweet little angel girly. She's just a baby. Mr. Suzuki is A for me because dang if it's not nice for Akito to have one freaking teacher
To back him up.
to back him up
Yeah.
and
No,
to
I'd put
have
him up there too.
I like him a lot. All right, the Naru Naru principles. I'm not going to try to differentiate which one's which. I don't remember.
I think the one with the one hair is the high school one, I think, because like I like went
Yeah.
through the episode and had to screenshot them both.
Mhm.
So, uh I get they're kind of a pair. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I'd put them in the same. Wherever they go, I think they go together.
I think I'd put them in A just
Yeah?
because like they're just like every time Nar Nar comes on screen, it's just like the positivity is just like oozing and I think we need it sometimes like
That's
to break
fair.
the tension.
I
I'd
think
put him in A.
yeah, I do love when Akito like karate chops him on the head and he's just like, "Wow,
He
that was
embraces
so
it.
good." Such a good teacher. Oh, I just saw in the chat Suitcase says he can't help his eyebrows, which I'm guessing is referring to Ishida, to which I would say you're so right. Ishida's eyebrows are not my issue with him. His eyebrows
Yeah.
are very satisfying to me. Like they
I
are
agree.
perfectly plucked and coiffed. If my brows looked that good, right? um, but no, my issue is that he's a plot device that makes life harder for my characters. But my babies, my friends, my angels. But that's neither here nor there. Next up is Ando Sensei.
Ando's hilarious, but like she's kind of a garbage person.
Yes, I'm with you. Like, is she jail bad? I don't know, but she's not my favorite.
You
It does
know,
get a little bit mustache twirly in terms of like being a bad person. But then the limbo
yeah.
stuff is really funny. And the makeup
You
stuff is
know,
extra funny to me.
I might just put her in C just because of like how funny she is.
That's fair. I do that's her redeeming quality is that she is very funny.
She's so ridiculous. Like she's almost a caricature of herself in a
Ugh.
weird way.
I can definitely see that. I'm like I also again I just love that piece of animation where she like her face cracks off and then she like puts it back on. Always makes me laugh. So next up is
Tanaka.
Tanaka Sensei. This guy is
He's all right.
he's all right. That's the thing is like now I'm like Mitsuya and Takata. I'm just like, okay, like they are probably what 24, 25. Like
Hmm.
they're just in their own way, they are also just young and stupid and made poor choices,
Yeah.
you know?
Hmm.
So
I'd put them in C.
yeah, I think I'm with you there. Like, I don't think they're bad people, but I think they goofed. Um, they're also kind of here in a flash and gone just as fast when you think about like the series as a whole. So
Hmm.
there's that. Okay, so next up is Sana's half sister, Mariko.
I feel like that one episode just like ruins her.
Honestly, yeah, she's really cute in that first episode.
Yeah,
That first
the
like chapter
canon
when you first
one.
meet her. Yeah, it's really cute. It's a really good episode. But then it's just like, ooh, I hate that filler episode with her.
God, I just want to put her in D just because I hate that episode so
I
much.
think that's fair. I think I would too. Okay, this one feels like it's going to be controversial.
Keiko?
Yeah, people got mixed feelings on Keiko.
Yeah,
Because on
I
one hand, she is a victim, but on the other hand, uh,
she made
sh
a very poor decision.
yes, she made a very poor decision.
Yeah, I don't know where I'd put her honestly
I
because
know.
like I understand both sides of the argument.
Yeah.
Because like is she a bad person? No, not necessarily, but like gosh, she made a really really bad decision.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
I
that's
oh,
it's such a because that's the thing though, is I'm like, okay, so if we hadn't had this redemption arc for her, where we meet her and she apologizes and like and all of that and wants to have a relationship with Sana and all of those things are really lovely. But like if she hadn't done any of that, if she was just a person who like gave birth to Sana and left her on a bench,
I think
would
I'd
that
put
change our
her in
answer?
yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. I
Like,
think I'd put her in C just because like
mm,
I don't think like again, I don't think she's a bad person
yeah.
necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
I think she was young. She didn't know what to do. She again, like you said, she was a victim.
Yeah.
But gosh, yeah, it's hard.
It's a tough one. She's a tough one. I think like she's a character that I've gotten like DMs about. Like people got feelings about Keiko because some people are like, you know, she was a victim. Like, how dare anybody be mean to her ever? And then some people are like, Misako should have hit her again. Like,
Yeah, I used to when I first watched Kodocha, I couldn't stand Keiko. Like I just
mm.
like I remember I even made a meme about her, like hating on her. I wonder if I lost followers for that. But that's actually one character like I planned on doing a video about in the future,
Mm.
but it's just like again
Mm-hmm.
like I never have time for this stuff
I
anymore, and it
know.
really makes me sad.
I'm
But
sorry, BB.
I'll get to it eventually. Don't worry, guys.
Ooh, question from okay, so for we've got some chat input. So Jacob says B tier for him. J to the P said C seems fair. And then Taishi asks a very good clarifying question, which is, do you think this tier is based on how morally good the characters are or how narratively interesting they are to the story? And that's a good question. I think like the tiers that have morality assigned to them, and you can correct me if I'm wrong with this one, Ari, but like D and jail are the ones where it's like, and that's where we put the bad ones. But C is a bit more arbitrary, I think. Um, if
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I'd say when it comes to like morality in this list, it's like D is kind of like I don't know, like there's not really a
Yeah.
moral vibe and like or reasoning for some of those, but like jail, I feel like there
Yeah.
definitely is,
Yeah.
just because it's like, we're this is a series that has characters who are children, and like you
Mm,
just, like even though they're not real, like you still like, you have some of these characters, like these adult characters, like treating them a certain way. So it's like, how can you like that character, you know?
mm-hmm.
Like how could you like find anything redeemable about them if they treat a child like this, even though, it is fiction.
Mm-hmm. That's really well put, actually. And I think you're kind of right. So maybe like if we're talking in terms of morality, like jail is where we put bad characters. Because I'm looking at D again now, and it's like we put Ryosuke there because he's annoying. We put the Hamiltons there because they're boring. We put Brad there because he's boring. We put Glasses there because he's boring. We put Shizue there because she's not a girl's girl. Um,
So
you
Taishi
know,
does bring up a good point too here. So they say, for example, I would rate Sengoku in B tier because he's an excellent depiction of a power tripping teacher character. Yeah, I actually I
Yeah.
can see why you would do that because that's kind of where I was at with Kazuyuki because
Mm,
narratively I would put him in A tier, but just because like I'm looking at him, I guess, more as a whole. Like I'm not just looking
mm,
at his narrative or his morality. I'm kind of just looking at the whole picture. I think that's kind of where I'm approaching this list from. I don't
hmm.
know, are you doing that as well, Em?
Yes, but I think in general, how a character affects the other characters, and if that is mostly negative, it does impact my overall perception of them. And I think I'm in some ways less forgiving of that, even if they are well rounded or interesting, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
Um, like Sengoku is, I think, a great example. Because like, yes, absolutely. He is a great example of like a power tripping teacher who is processing his own school trauma on his students, which is not okay. Um, and is a really good, interesting character. But at the same time, well, I guess I should like also clarify that a lot of what I dislike about Sengoku is stuff that happens in the anime, where he becomes like a very like almost like mustache twirling like evil villain by like the train tracks kind of thing. Like it takes such a hard turn that it no longer feels like it's grounded in reality. Um, but so yeah, so I guess like for me for Kazuyuki, like yes, he is like narratively interesting. Like yes, he has like he's well-rounded and interesting in that way, but what he does causes so much harm that it makes it difficult for me to want to rate him higher, if that makes sense.
I feel the exact same way. That's why I
Okay.
couldn't confidently put him in A, even though I feel
Yeah.
like he's like one of the most psychologically interesting characters.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, well, like he's just like
Yeah.
so like he just messes up so hard.
Yeah. Well, there's something else interesting to point out too is like here we have a mix, a pretty hefty mix of anime and manga characters. Anime being very long, 102 episodes, it's not a short series. And so because of that, we have characters that either were or were not really well fleshed out. Almost doesn't matter how many episodes they were in. Because I'd say we get like one really good mommy episode, and she's better developed in that one episode than the Hamiltons are in 18. Um, so I think that there's also like we've got to give ourselves a little bit of like wiggle room here in the tier list because we have like mixed these two different storytelling apparatuses and how we're discussing these characters.
Hmm.
Um, so like, because it's difficult to like compare Mrs. Komori to like Zenjiro. Like they almost feel like they're from like two different universes in some ways.
Hmm.
I don't know if that makes sense. I feel like I
No, no,
just
absolutely.
word vomited there.
No, no. Like you always say that and like
I
it's like everything you said was like valid and like made sense and was coherent. Like
thanks, BB. I
stop
appreciate that.
that.
I appreciate that. I really do. I'm like, I feel like that whenever you talk for a long time. I'm always like, yes, absolutely. You're so right about everything always.
And
Um,
I feel like I word vomit too. So
no.
yeah.
Oh, man. So, yeah. That's
Well,
thank you for that, Taishi. That was a very interesting
yeah.
there's something
Yeah,
to
that
think
was a good
about
point.
because
Hmm.
we are like as much as we are I'm like we are talking about all of these things. I do feel like it is a little bit vibes also
Oh yeah, for
for
sure.
this, and so like take it all with a grain of salt. I'm we've been doing this in October. It will have been 3 years that we've been doing this podcast and talking about these characters, and it's been a wild ride. But also, like, I do think that sometimes, like, I think we, for the most part, I think we do a good job of like really kind of diving deep and discussing characters like holistically for who they are. But it is really nice to kind of get to do this and have like kind of conversations with the rest of our community just to get some different perspectives as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So thanks folks for playing.
It's been great. Like it's honestly like you guys don't know how much it actually has done for my mental health too because,
Yeah.
it's just so nice to have this community and this show to look forward to.
Hmm.
You either, we try to do it every month, but it's just,
Life be life and
yeah, it's just a very nice escape from the everyday hassles, stressors, and just, general things that we all have to do.
yeah, agreed. Uh, okay, I guess getting back to it, we're in the final stretch now, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
So we've got Mrs. Sasaki,
I like
Tsushi's
her.
mom. I do
She
too. I think she's
I
cute.
I think she did the best thing she could and got her kids away from a very, very violent man.
Yes. Yeah, and I think that's given both like the circumstances and then also just like the culture, that's was a very brave thing to do. So,
She's going an A.
yeah, I think we've got a it's a good egg. All right. Tsuyoshi's dad. Hmm.
I have mixed feelings about that guy.
I do too. It's complicated because they kind of had him have that redemption kind of thing in the anime a bit with that other episode that he's in. But at the same time,
I'd still put him in D.
yeah, because does it make up for the rest of it?
And it's interesting because like I do find him to be a particularly interesting character like narratively, which
Mm-hmm.
maybe like if we were doing this tier list like based on that he'd be a bit higher, but
Yeah,
because of all around like all his stuff like yeah, he's going in D.
yeah, I think that's fair. Like to me, like oh, to be a fly on the wall for the romance between Mr. Oki and Miss Sasaki. Like truly, how did they end up together? I gotta know.
It's
It's
yeah,
like,
it's like we talked about with Misako and Ryusuke,
yeah,
like how?
how? I know it's, anyway. All right, sweet Aono chan. Blessed BB. I
I
do
like
think,
her, but
I do
she's not
too.
super interesting.
Yeah, kind of with you. She's like, she's got her couple of appearances. I will say something that I do like about her and I think is really cute is her relationship with Akito, where he like calls her squirt and stuff. I always thought that was super cute.
I'd put her in B.
I think I would too. I'm like, if Mariko's in B, I kind of am like, all right, Aono should probably also.
Wait, I thought we were gonna put Mariko in C.
I mean, we can. She getting
Yeah,
demoted? Okay.
I was thinking that just because like that
We really don't
filler
like her when
episode,
that.
man.
Fair. Fair. Yeah, you really
And I
don't like.
just feel like if Aona's there, like Mariko isn't on the same level as her. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. All right, not sue me.
That's Sumi.
Not sue me. I am
Hmm.
not a Natsumi apologist necessarily, but I do love and appreciate that she finishes the series in a very different place than she started it. That's growth.
I'd put her in B.
I think, yeah, that feels right to me also. Akito's sister left a pretty bad first impression morally, yet realized how awful she's been thanks to the power of Sana's show appearance. Yes, well said, J to the P. And also, too, not sure if you've read the manga, but I really do love Natsumi's arc, particularly in the manga, as like the Hayama family gets closer together. Um, and particularly in the final volumes. I think that I'm like, if you're asking me, I'm like, I think she holds on to a lot of guilt for how she treated Akito, and she really does work to try to compensate for that later in the series in a way that I appreciate.
Wait, Koharu.
Uh, spring, summer, winter, fall. Oh, girl, I don't know.
I love how like she's like in that filler episode, she's like very like
Yes, like
positive and
ladylike,
happy
positive.
and very graceful, but like in the
Yeah.
manga, she's definitely more of a wild child.
Oh yeah. Like she's straight up like a Yankee. Like they literally long skirts, pipe bar. She'll mess you up. Um,
I'd put her in A though because I
yeah.
love how she's incorporated into the story. Like I love how
Yes.
she's not just, you know, the deceased mother. Like she
Yeah.
actually like plays a big role like in, you
Yeah.
know, Akito's development and like she's just like every time like we hear about like something that she did, like
Yeah.
it's always either a good laugh or it's like, oh, that's very
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, I kind of like it. They definitely gave her like dead wife slash dead mom treatment in that episode of the anime, which to be fair, they did not have source material for Kaharu at that time. Um, so they really were just kind of like doing their best. But I do love who she is in the manga, especially because like obviously she's kind, but it's not in like a sweet way, if that makes sense. So
Hmm.
Akito's like, I've hurt people, and she's like, ah, so you're a cat, huh? Like, oh, okay, like it's like, oh, so you would like to continue feeling shitty for yourself, all right? Like, and I just think that that's like energy that he can meet, and that like can he can connect to better, I think, than sometimes with somebody, I guess, being kind of blunt and real with him. And I kind of
Hmm.
wish that she, like, I'm like in the alternate universe where she didn't die, and he got to have his mom. Like, how is he different because of that?
He'd probably be I get the feeling he'd be a bit more open, like he'd be more outgoing. Maybe he'd be more
Yeah.
like Brad.
Fair. Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting to think about. But yeah, A feels like a good spot for her. Um, Next up, I will go down with this bit. Fuyuki, my beloved.
I gotta agree with J to the P.
What we got, JP? Akito's dad deserves a S tier just for that freestyle dance he did that one time. Correct.
Yes. I think I'd put
Oh,
him in S. I'm sorry, but he's got to go there.
where did you think I was gonna put Fuyuki,
I
my
don't know,
beloved?
like
Where do you think I was
maybe
gonna
A.
suggest he go? Like, is it a bit that I'm obsessed with Akito's dad? A little bit. It's a little bit of a bit. However, I do genuinely think he's a good character, and I do like him. But the dance in that one episode is
It's
for any issues I
perfect.
have with the anime, you know, most of them get put to the side when I see that episode. It's too good. I love it. All right, next up, Shimura, sweet angel
God,
lady.
I love her, but like
So complicated.
I feel like they just don't like
She just
utilize
gets,
her
yeah,
enough.
exactly. She's so sidelined. Like, yeah, that's the best way I can think to put it, is she just like gets like they really could have done more with her, I think. And I think the anime team used her more in the sense that, like, when we had the Karada bankruptcy arc, which I it's not my favorite, and then of course we sent Shimura-san away for nothing. And
Yeah,
then her appearance in the New York arc is also an interesting
very,
choice,
very
but
weird.
yeah. But it's straight up volume 10 before she even gets a close up panel in the manga.
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah.
literally Ray's like, good job, you got your first close up. Um, so yeah, I do think she's obviously part of the Kurata family. And I'm glad that they have her and she has them. But I do think, like, in general, she wasn't as fleshed out as she could have been.
I'd put her in B. What do you think?
Yeah, B feels right to me. I like could bump her to A, since we've got like the principals and Mr. Suzuki, who arguably have less screen time than Shimura.
Yeah.
I could bump her to
Mm.
A if you're open to it.
I don't know. Like she's just so boring. I'm sorry.
Fair enough. You can leave
Like
her.
at least like you have the argument with like Mr. Suzuki about like Akito like defending him
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
and then Naru like the weird like goofy aspect. And I mean, hey, he's the one that like got Aikido onto karate, so
I mean,
like,
but Shimura's the one who figures out what was going on with Sana's doll syndrome.
all right, let's bump her up day. I
Okay,
forgot about that.
there we go. All
Forgot
right.
about that. Oh, I'm such a
I
bad fan of Kodocha.
don't. No. What? I
I
don't.
forget
If
sometimes like the like most obvious like things that I should
no,
remember.
no. I feel like you and I both do that because we'll be focused on like another thing. And it's like not really a true forgetting. It's just a, oh, we are focused on like a different part of Shimura. So like you're thinking about like um just her underutilization for the majority of the series in both formats. And I was like, wait a minute, remember her close up? So I watched the series anime only, had no idea her role was smaller in the manga when I looked it up. Smaller, different. I don't know.
I'd say different.
Yeah, yeah, it feels right. Anyway, moving on.
Misako.
A Yoki laureate winner, Misako Kurata.
I'm putting her in S.
Of
She's the
course.
perfect mom.
I love her. That's my girl. That's my girl.
She's everything that I feel like a mom should be.
Yeah. Yeah, I am like, I stuff I love about Misako. I'm like, I love that she's a goofy goober. And I love her silly hats and her sort of carefree way of living. But I do love the way that she gets serious and is so wise
Hmm.
and has like such fantastic advice, which considering how like she's not particularly old at the start of the series, really. You know,
She's like what, 20? She's not in
I
her
think
20s, is she? She's like
she
30?
adopted Sana when she was like in her 20s. So I think she's got to be like in her 30s,
Yeah,
early
I want
30s
to say
maybe.
she's like, so if Sana's 11 or 12, so she's like 31 or 32 maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. And so like yeah, just a just a good mom, a good character. All right.
Got a Sako.
Asako Kurumi, another character who I just wish that we'd gotten more time with.
Same.
I could just more time with her and Ray would have been made me happy. So I like those characters a lot, but she is also a bit sidelined.
Yeah, I really love her character design too.
Oh, her design is so good. She's the she is the 90s it girl.
Hmm.
She is that girl. Yeah.
I think I'd put her in A. I honestly
Yeah,
I
kind of
love
with
like
you.
her and Sana's bonding moments during the
Yes.
Mansion of Water filming.
Yes, I agree. I also like it's nice too. I think like she has that kind of like older sister role I think in Sana's life.
Hmm.
Um which I think is just like it's a nice and it's also just like a somehow like a different somewhat more I don't want to say it's more open than Sana's relationship with Misako because I don't think that's quite right, but it's definitely I don't know. It's just like I think like Sana, there's like some things that she would like ask Asako about, and like other things that she would talk to Misako about. You know?
Yeah, like I feel like maybe some of the more like um I don't know. I feel like Sonic goes to Misako when it comes to like her like friendships and relationships, but like with
Mm-hmm.
Asako, it'd be more like what kind of bra should I get or something
Yes.
like that.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, I think it's interesting. So, I don't know. This is like a personal anecdote, but I've like yeah, transparency for friends. I'm 31, and lately I've just been filling this very interesting role with the younger Gen Zs in my life, which I'm an only child. I don't have any siblings, but I've been very much I'm like I've been big sistered this year. I don't know why. Um but I've been kind of repeatedly having these conversations like with these mostly girls in their early 20s who just like I think that's just stuff that they don't want to like unload on their mom, but they need like somebody not their age to weigh in on. And that kind of feels like that's what Sana and Asako could have,
That's really
if that makes
nice.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, they just like, they've talked to people their age about it and they're not getting great advice out of them. They can't really talk to their mom about it because it's just like a little bit too not right. And so they end up like on the phone with me, which I don't have a problem with. I'm happy to help listen however I can. I just think it's interesting.
That's
So,
awesome. I love
sister
that for you.
energy. Thank you. Everybody is my little sibling on the internet, I've decided, and off the internet. Keep in touch with your interns. Anyway, um, up next, Sagami Ray. Ray Sagami. Mr. Sunglasses.
Hmm.
That's my guy.
Love
I
Ray.
I
He's
love
awesome.
Ray. I love Ray so much. I like the temptation is like immediate S tier. Um,
Yeah, it's like he's awesome, but I don't know if like I don't know. I don't know if I put him in S tier,
I
like because
know, cause he
I think Misako and Obana and even Fuyuki, like they have that special something. And Ray's great too. Like don't get me wrong, like Ray's an awesome character, but like he doesn't
mhm.
kind of have that special weird little quirk that they have.
Yeah, I guess like I'd say about Ray is that like he also the character who's like kind of sidelined. He's such a huge portion of the first like arc of the series. He is the child's toy, the Kodomo no Omocha, right?
Hmm.
Show's actually about him. Um, but like he also just kind of gets like put to the side a bit and just becomes like an increasingly kind of goofy character who has these kind of one note kind of overprotective dad vibes mostly.
Yeah.
um you know, so
Yeah, no, yeah, his overall character development is pretty disappointing. Like it's just
yeah,
like,
she
oh, he
just
plays this like he's like the very one of the most important characters, and then he's just like kind of there,
yeah,
just being a
he's
father
just a guy.
figure.
Yeah, and I love him, and like I do sort of, you know, I think that there was lots of good starts to his character, and like there's lots of things like in ways I can imagine him going, but if we're just like looking at the source material, in the anime, the Flanderization of Rei Sagami is wild. Like episode 1 to 102, those are two different guys. And not necessarily in a he was developed way. So
Yeah, yeah.
so yeah, I think A is a safe spot for him. Um,
J to the P says Ray is
hmm,
fiercely loyal and also entertaining. He's
it's
S tier to
soon.
me. He's almost sort of that father figure stand-in. That's really
Yes,
sweet.
that is
I
really
love
sweet.
that.
I also
Yeah.
like in general I agree. I always sort of imagine that like, you know, if Sana and Akito get married and they like had anything like a traditional like Western ceremony, like I do think like Ray would be heavily involved in some of those dad traditions, you know,
For
around
sure.
that. But Suke says yes, total victim of Flanderization. Sad face. You get me. I just keep thinking about like insane Ray things from like even the New York arc, and I'm just like, what happened to my guy? It's fine. Anyway, so where do we land with him? A S S A.
I'm thinking A.
Okay, A sounds good. All right, here's a good one. Aya Sugita. Aya
A,
Aya Aya Aya
A,
Chan.
I.
Who watches the dub? Who watches the sub?
I think people know that I usually watch the dub.
I think so too. Well, it's the Akito and the Akito of it all.
I feel like I do it interchangeably now just because of like
Oh,
us doing the podcast. I hear you say it all the time, and I'm
smart.
listening to our podcast sometimes after the
Yeah.
fact, and it's like, oh yeah, Akito, Akito. Yeah.
Teehee. I think you've definitely gotten me the reverse way, though. I've definitely slipped up and said Akito a couple of times too. So goes
Yep.
both ways.
So she's another
Nope.
character that like I love her and I feel like she's utilized in Kodocha very well, but I feel like we could have gotten a little bit more from her.
I'm with you. Taishi says if we rate her any lower than S, Tsuyoshi will get mad at us.
Oh, he's gonna rage out.
I love it. Aya's the one character that's such a sweetie that she might get past my filter for avoiding rating a character high because they're nice. I think we see a lot of her though in side moments. She has a pretty well defined and consistent character. Yeah,
I
I'm
think I'd
like
put her in A, maybe.
I could go A, I could go S. Um because yeah, I do think I do like her. And I think she's yeah, she's just like a kind again, like I'm thinking about like their kind of group dynamic. I think that she's probably a very grounding force for Sana and Fuka, who kind of feed off of each other's energy, um,
Hmm.
and probably keeps them more down to earth. I really like Aya, and not just for Tsuyoshi, just in general. I think she's a good character. So I think for me, she'd be S.
For me, she'd be A. But what
Okay.
do you guys think in the chat? You
Yeah, I
think
was
she
like,
should be S or A?
I'm curious what the thoughts will be. So we've got some extra stuff in here. Actually, and scrolling up a little bit, Miranda Lane. I think Ray is S tier for me too. There are moments he is a. I think we didn't get the rest of that. That's okay. Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I think like if we're looking at actually, I take that back. 'Cause what did I'm like now? I'm kind of curious. Like if at looking at my own tier list that I made for myself, I think. Um. Okay, so Taishi says A. J to the P says A. A for Aya. Laugh, 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 laugh. She's A for me, says Miranda. A because she isn't that important. She's just very solid. All right. The people have spoken. A for Aya. Ta-da!
All right.
All
Now we're
right.
really in the home stretch.
Oh man. Here's the thing. I love Tsuyoshi Sasaki so much. Nobody ships Sana and Akito harder than Tsuyoshi Sasaki. That's my boy.
Now, I would put him in S tier just because of
Yes.
like
Yes.
how much he advocates for those two.
Yeah, like not even just together, but also as individuals. Like the way that he stands up for Akito when the teachers are kind of dogpiling on him. Um, and just the way he kind of is always trying to be kind of Akito's conscience in those moments where he doesn't have one. Um, Sort of bringing him back to the path. He's such a. I love how much and how deeply he cares for the people that
Hmm.
he loves. It's a
Yeah.
really great trait, I think, in a character.
Yeah, I wish I would have had a friend like him back in middle and high school.
Yeah, yeah, like right, such a good guy. So yeah, S for me.
Like no shade on my friends from high school, but I mean like he's
Yeah,
like intensely
yeah,
like loyal and
yes,
supportive.
absolutely. Yeah, such a good friend. I loved him. Okay, next up,
Oh,
Naozumi
this is gonna be
Kamura.
a tough one.
This is gonna be a tough one. I'm like, where are you putting Naozumi?
Yeah,
Ooh, ooh.
I don't know. I That's a hard one. I don't know. You go first. I need some time to think.
That's fair. I think like again, if I'm using the people who are in the existing tiers to kind of help place him, he has to be S tier. Um, because he is, I'm like, and we've talked about Naozumi as a character, like we've unpacked a lot of him already, and just what an interesting character he is, in that he's kind of like a trope of like that Bishonen type, but then he's also like such a soft kind of boy, and so there's also that contrast to like Akito, who is like a much more I guess
Rigid.
like yeah, rigid's a good way of putting it. But then also Naozumi is like subversive and like will play mind games with you and like will be the puppet master behind the scenes. Like he's not above being a little messy. And I do just love
Yeah.
him. He's even if like I'm like I don't necessarily like ship him with Sana in any capacity. That's like you're just not going to catch me shipping
It's taboo in your world.
Sana. I don't say it's taboo. You're just not gonna see me doing it. But I do think he's a great character, and he,
I think I'd put him in S too. I part of
yeah.
me was like thinking maybe A,
Hmm.
but I was like, I don't know.
But
Like,
but it's like again, but he's got, I'm like he's got more going for him than like, and more development than like Gomi, Hisai, Mami, um, even Asako and Ray. Really, for being honest, probably more than Aya.
yeah,
Um,
let's put him in S.
it
Yeah, for
just feels
sure.
right. Yeah.
I know Lee will be proud of us for that too.
I know. I was thinking of her. And also just all the Naozumi fans in general. I'm like, I do think that sometimes because of how vocally I do not ship that, they think that
Yeah,
I don't like
I was a
Naozumi. And I'm
bit
like, I do, I love him. I just
I know, I was a bit worried
not
because
for
like
her.
sometimes I get it in my head too. Like I'm like
They hate
I don't
us.
know if she likes Naozumi or not. I can never remember
I
like
do.
because
I
she's
like
always so
Naozumi. I just
you're
don't like him with Sana.
you're
But that's
so
my boy.
vehemently anti-Sana Naozumi.
I am. I think my issue is then it's just like, I don't know. Like he's not a bad romantic rival in like the context of a shoujo series. The anime is where I get like annoyed, I think. Um because they kind of, I think like they kind of did the ship dirty a little bit. Like they didn't really do a very good job with it. Even
Oh
when they
yeah,
did
like
make it
they definitely
semi-canon.
they
Like
half-assed it really
yeah.
hard.
And
Like
so on some levels I feel bad for them.
yeah, it does. It makes me feel bad for anyone who ships them because it's like you kind of have that like false like hope, but like
Yeah.
everything is like collapsing around them as it's happening, and it's like they're this isn't gonna end well.
Yeah, exactly. So no, I do love Naozumi even if I don't love him for Sana. Um, it's complicated.
I actually I think most people who follow me know that like I wouldn't necessarily have like hated it if Obana made them get together. It wouldn't have been my preference. But it would have been interesting to see that. But I just don't think that like Sana would reciprocate the feelings. I think Naozumi would take good care of her,
Hmm.
but I don't think that she would really like be invested like he is in that
Yeah.
kind of relationship.
Yeah, I think I'm like there definitely I'm like think about like life. There are plenty of people who are together and perfectly happy by way of like convenience and companionship, but they just don't have that same like spark. On the flip side of that, you need more than a spark to build a life with a person.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I'm like I do think like they could have ended up together and been perfectly happy. Do I think they had that like crazy romance passion? Probably not. But that's just me. So,
All
all
right,
right. All
Fuka.
right. Fuka Fuka, that's my girl. You know I'm already going to say S. I'll do
Yep.
Fuka Matsui apologist till I die.
Oh man, I if you would have told me or like rank her like when I first watched the series, which wow, it's almost been 10 years. Oh my gosh,
Wow.
it's been almost 10 years since I've seen it. It
Wow,
feels like I
wow,
just
wow.
watched it. Um, I would have probably put Fuka in like C.
Yeah, fair.
But I probably like she's like every time I watch or read Kodocha, she grows on me every single
Mhm.
time. So she's already up there in S for me now.
I that makes me happy to hear cuz yeah, I definitely like I too upon first like read and watch through was like I cannot stand this girl. Like I was writing Kodocha fan fiction, she was the villain every time. Like I just read it like a 13-year-old would read it. And like now like the gift of time and age and perspective. It's like, yeah, no, she was just she made she lashed out, she made immature choices, but she also made some selfless ones and made things right. And I can respect that. I also just think she's a fun like energy and character as well. Somebody
All
who could
right,
like
S tier it
play on
is.
Sana's level. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. We
All
definitely
right.
needed more interactions between them.
Yeah, I agree. Like again, the series could have run another like 20 volumes, 100 like another 100 episodes and I still wouldn't be enough for me.
I think
Um
that's the main issue I have with like that still is I think the reason that fans still don't like her is because I feel like we didn't get enough positive interactions between the two. Like we have them initially meeting, but then there's like so much drama between them and Akito, and then
mhm.
it's like that whole thing is over, and then they kind of have a few moments, and then Sana has her doll syndrome in the manga, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, no fair. But I do like something particularly for talking doll syndrome arc, something that I do love is like the way that Fuka um because she is like the academic in their group, like helps get Sana back on track and like really takes some time to help her. That's good friendship. That's a good friend,
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah, she does this in the anime too, I think.
Yeah, she does. And I really love that cuz like again, like Sana and Fuka knew each other for like all of 5 minutes before Sana bebopped off for the mountains and everything hit the fan. Um but yet in that short time they still created a really good bond
Hmm.
and that just it just warms my little heart. um
Same.
you know, because like obviously like Sana has Aya and I do think that they probably get closer over time, but like Sana says so herself, like she has female friends in class but no like best friends because her best friends are Tsuyoshi and Akito, and so it's nice that she's got somebody she can have sleepovers with, you know,
Yes.
and like talk on the phone too into the night. I just love that. She deserves it.
For sure.
All right. So what are we thinking? Akito D maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe jail for Akito. What are we
Yeah.
thinking?
You, you know, I hate to say it, but like the last two are just obviously
I
they're
know,
both gonna go
duh.
master.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no
We're
contest, no question about
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
They're both
It's,
Sona and Nagito are going to master.
hello. Yeah. Can you imagine? Like,
Imagine like a big heated debate,
I know,
like
like,
there was
oh,
last
Akito
week.
should be an A instead of S. No, no,
A
we
for
love them.
Akito.
Yeah, no,
Yep,
not this time.
perfect.
Mm-mm. There it is. Yeah, I'm like, and if you would like to hear more about what we love about each of these characters, I'd like you to direct you to the past 30 podcast episodes,
Yes,
wherein you will hear more about why we ranked them S.
and the TKG YouTube channel,
Yeah, and the
the whole
TKG
deep
YouTube
dive on
channel.
all these things.
Yeah, exactly. I might have some memes. Who's to say? Anyway,
All right.
so couple things to wrap up in the chat. So Samuela asks, will there ever be a Marmalade Boy character tier list on this channel? Which I think I can comfortably answer and say, no, I'm sorry.
Well, I think that all the characters in D.
Yeah, I was gonna say like,
That's what I
so
think. Except for
one,
Ginta. I
except for
like Ginta.
Ginta and S, everybody else in D. Yeah, so one, I think in general, I did at this time we don't really have plans to explore any other kind of series on this podcast. It is a Kodocha podcast. Um, like correct me if you feel differently, Ari. So probably wouldn't do any other tier lists
Oh
for other
no, I
series, and
mean
Marmalade Boy in
I always
particular.
thought we'd like do Kodocha until I figured we'd do Kodocha probably like until we like ran out of
Yeah,
ideas, maybe episodes or manga chapters, and then like,
which
hey,
is gonna
let's
be a
do
while.
something else. Yeah,
Considering we do
that might be
one,
like in about 10 years.
probably longer. We do like what one? We do like one episode a month, so
Yeah.
we got material to take us through Kodocha for a while, I think. So probably not. And if we were, we probably wouldn't do Marmalade Boy because um, Ari kind of violently hates it, and I kind of
It
I nothing it. I don't have feelings about Marmalade Boy.
it,
I've
it
never
would
read or watched
it
it.
would make an interesting show, like say like I don't know. Like, I guess I figured like if we weren't doing Kodocha, we'd probably do like a shoujo podcast. That's what
Yeah,
I always
probably.
envisioned.
Hmm.
And I would do a Marmalade Boy episode just because it's a shoujo podcast, and Marmalade Boy
It
it's
is
a
one of
very
the
popular show.
yeah.
Um, and I would tell you straight up my thoughts on it, and people wouldn't like it. It would get disliked and ratioed, but I mean, I'll put it out there because, I want people to know. Gosh, I'm sorry. Mini tangent about Marmalade Boy.
All
So
right,
y'all see Marmalade
we
Boy.
started her off. We did this, guys.
You did this. Yeah. So I'm sorry, but like the more I think about it, the more angry I get because Genta was there for her. Genta should have been the guy. But no, we had to go with you because for some reason we always have to choose the pretty boy. Oh, he's so perfect. That's so boring. Go with Genta. I'm out.
I'm sorry. It's just so funny. I don't want to like say that I like to get Ari wound up just so that we can watch her spin, but it is a little funny.
It is because I feel like normally I'm a very laid back, calm person, but like when you bring up something I really don't like or
Oof.
something that like is just like really irritates me,
It lights the
I can.
fire.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's so good. And then the second question from Samuela was any future giveaways for fans? And at this time, I don't think we have any plans to. Um, Not to say we won't ever, but
I
I
would
think at
love to one
present,
time,
one
one
it'd be
day,
fun
but
to do
it's
one day.
just, yeah, it's just like logistically, it's kind of tough to do
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
especially considering how small we are.
yeah, exactly. I'm like, I think I'm starting to, as I've been like buying things and stuff. I think I am starting to have enough like stuff where I could put together something compelling, maybe, but it'd be like a one time thing.
Yeah,
You
for
know, just
sure.
stuff is hard to come by.
Yeah, it'd be like that for me too, because like I've been collecting Kodocha things for about 3 years now. Probably about the time around the time I started my channel, maybe
Yeah,
about a year before that.
yeah,
And I think I've only gotten doubles of something like 2 or 3 times.
yeah, kind of same. I ended up with a couple of extra copies of the US manga because I wanted a copy of Volume 9 that didn't have a destroyed spine. Um, for some reason, all of them, the spine is just like gone. I don't know why. But I
Weird.
don't know if they're in good enough shape to give away. And part of me just wants to like make those my scanning books where I can like bend them as much as I want because they're already not in great shape.
That's a good idea.
So I don't know. TBD, Samwala. Sorry, we don't have any better answers for you. Okay, so other thoughts. Suitcase. In my opinion, Fuka got between my ship, and therefore she belongs in Z tier with 4 or 5 exclamation points. Uh, yeah, no, that's fair. That was firmly me in 2006. I've really come around on Fuka. And then Miranda says, thanks for this live. Appreciate you two in the community. We appreciate you. We appreciate every person in this community.
Yeah,
Everybody is so wonderful.
I know,
I'm not going to cry about
it's
it again
the,
today, but
I know,
it's
same.
on the tip of my eyeballs.
Yep, every time I think about it, like I said,
Yep.
like was saying earlier, like it's just done wonders for my mental health, just like being able to always come back to this community when things in real life get stressful or
Yeah.
upsetting.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. It's also just like been the joy of a lifetime to have other people to talk to about this series. I'm like, I spent a long time. Um, I said I wasn't gonna cry. Um, by myself. And so it's been really, really nice to reconnect with fandom in general, and also specifically finding this fandom and getting to meet other people who are in it has been a true
Yeah,
joy.
yeah.
I'm very
It's
thankful.
it's really come together in the last few years.
It really has. I'm like, also, it just feels like such a win. Like every new person that encounters it, like every new person we convince to read the manga, like, um, it just all feels it's really good. It's makes me happy that this awesome story is still getting its due all these years later.
That's when you know it's good. I feel like it's
Hmm.
definitely one of those things that it's aged like fine wine.
Hmm. Totally with you. Totally with you. And next year it'll be 30 years from the anime. So we had 30
Yeah,
years from the manga last year. It's 30 years
yeah.
from the anime.
Keep our eyes peeled for
Yeah.
maybe some new content, but I'm not expecting it to happen, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to be a little optimistic and be like, maybe.
You
But
can
I'm
be the
trying not to get my
optimist
hopes up.
and I'll be myself about it. Yeah, I was gonna say J to the P asks, I wonder how long it could take for Kodocha to get a reboot. Us too. Us too, friend. We wait and we wonder and we try to keep the love alive in the meantime. But it's been particularly with Reborn's 70th anniversary this year, and just like, wow, so much new Kodocha merch this
Yeah,
year, and
it's
like,
been
and we got new
unreal.
art this week. Like, hello, we got new Sana and Akito art. We got aged up high school Sana and Akito art in the year of our Lord 2025. If you had told me, even at like 2 years ago, I would have told you you were
Oh
nuts.
my gosh.
So
I
this is
just
great.
really hope we can get
I
some of that
know.
new art that they just dropped yesterday
Oh,
or
I know.
2 days ago. I can't remember. It was this week.
It was this
But
week.
oh, I want either a poster or a stand. Just give me that and I'll be happy.
Me a t-shirt, a bucket hat, a mug,
Anything.
a,
And if they're not gonna make it, I'm just gonna
a
like
keyboard
slap it on
pad.
something myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna like Redbubble it
Yeah.
fully illegally, make my own merch.
Well, I feel like as long as you're not selling it, I think that's legal, right? I don't
Yeah,
know.
you can't make money off of somebody else's IP. That's why I was such a weirdo when we started the podcast. I'm so scared about like somebody asking us to take down this whole thing, so I've been very funny about how we
No,
approach stuff.
I feel the same way about that and my channel. Like I've actually been particularly nervous about my channel because
Fair, especially with YouTube being YouTube.
yeah, because I got a copyright claim the other day. I was like, oh crap. But don't
Mm.
worry, it's been resolved.
Oh, good. That's good. I was like, oh, geez. Even the episode we did where we like listened to the soundtrack and went through it, I was like, ugh, I'm
Yeah.
worried. So I'm glad that nothing's happened so far. Touch wood, it doesn't. But that's getting sidetracked again. That never happens to us. So weird.
So I guess we could do some housekeeping before we wrap up tonight. So
Yeah.
we both, so for those of you who know me and we're very busy a lot, so we've kind of been struggling a little bit this summer, admittedly, like trying to get the podcast stuff, like planning and everything. It's been a bit of a struggle. We both had a lot going on in real life, so I believe we were taking a break next month in
Yeah.
August.
I think we're
Yeah.
taking a break. I think we're planning to come back in September. Definitely for October. We have a good plan for our October episodes. We'll definitely be back for that. I think
Yeah,
we're
if I recall, for September we were gonna do another episode recap, I
that's right.
believe.
For yes.
Shh,
Yes. I won't
don't
tell.
say it.
I won't tell if you won't tell. But yes. Yeah, okay, so we'll do that and then we'll do our October episode, which will celebrate 3 full years of doing this podcast, which is absolutely
Unbelievable.
insane. Absolutely nuts, frankly.
It
Oh
it
man.
really feels like we just started it.
I know. I was just thinking that like I'm also like I'm about to move next month. That's part of what's been keeping me so busy. And I'm like this will be the third house I've lived in recorded this podcast in.
I know. When you told me about all that, I was like, oh my gosh, like didn't you just move?
I did in fact just move. I moved I think something like 11 times in my 20s. I'm done. This is
Oh
my
my
last stop. I'm
gosh.
refusing. I'm planting roots.
I
You will not catch me moving again after this. This is my last one. I'm done.
That's good. I can't even imagine that. I've only lived, let's see, I lived in my childhood home until I was 26, and then I moved in with a friend temporarily. Then I lived with my mom for a couple months, and then I moved up to Ohio. So I've only lived, shoot, yeah, I've only lived in four places my whole life.
Yeah. I I think that's how life should be. I don't recommend doing things my way. Um, but yeah, no, I like after college, I moved to Orlando, lived there for a little while, met my now husband, moved to Boston. We lived in 4 or 5 places in Boston over 5 years. Moved back to Texas, moved again to a different city in Texas. Never to stay in this city. We're just getting out of our rent situation into a different situation. So it's just too much moving. I don't recommend it. My background checks are comical because it's like, do you recognize all of these addresses? And I'm like, I think.
Yeah,
I've gotten mail at a lot of places.
ever since I moved here, it's like I'm starting, like, obviously not as bad as you experience probably, but like, yeah, like getting into like accounts and things. It's
Oh my God.
like when I was living with my friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I lived with her not super long, but like I remember at the time I was like opening some accounts. And like sometimes I get on there and like I have to verify and like it's like what's the address? And I'm like, oh, I have to do that really weird obscure one that I only lived at for
Mm-hmm.
like 3 months.
Yep. I'm like, I will share. So I lived, when I first moved up to Boston, I lived with my now mother in law for a few months. And so my husband and I just bought our first home. Been fixing it up. That's what's been keeping us out of the house so much. But when we went to get our mortgage, for some reason, it came up that I owned that house. That was my mother-in-law's house, which by the way, she sold and no longer lives at. And they're like, "We need proof that you don't own this house." And I said, "I don't know how I can prove I don't
Right?
own this
That's
house, but
a
I
what?
I promise I don't."
Like how like what? How do you prove that?
Thank you. We
That's
basically told them
insane.
that they were nuts and they dropped it, but it was such a weird thing to ask. They also had like my childhood home popped up. They're like, "Do you own like you own this house also?" And I was like, "I don't own any houses. I am a millennial."
That is
Like
so
we
annoying.
don't own homes. Are you kidding?
Yeah, it's so unfair. I'm not gonna get on a soapbox because
I
no one
know.
wants to listen to somebody get on a soapbox. But I'm just gonna say
It's tough out
the
there.
world has been unfair and unkind to our generation and the new generations.
Yeah. Not that Gen X had like a super easy time,
No, 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 no.
but at the same
My parents are Gen X actually, and yeah, they didn't
ah.
either. So it's
Yeah.
really like the cutoff is really like boomer. Like they seem like
Mm-hmm.
they were able to kind of get what they needed to somewhat easily, and then it was like after that, it's like crashed.
Yep. 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 It's tough out there. We're doing our best. Oh, checking the comments again. Uh Existence of you guys definitely motivated me to get started on Kodocha. I appreciate that you're out here. Thank you, Suitcase. That's so sweet. Helps to see something is still beloved by a little community. Absolutely. I'm like, I don't think any of us would be this nuts for a series that was mid for this long, that is this old, you know?
Hmm.
Like, it has to be good if this many people are still so passionate about it all these years later, right? Then J to the P says, it'd be great to have a new show taking the best aspects of the OG anime and manga and have them fully tell the story from the manga, which I should check out someday. Yes, you should check out someday. It's a very worthwhile read. I'm dreadfully biased, but I love it so much. And
Same.
I'm like, I agree, because and we say this all the time, but like when the anime is like at its best, it like does not miss. It is so good. But when it misses, it kind of misses hard. And that's
Yeah.
the frustrating thing when you have to hold both of those things as a fan, and it's difficult because I'm like, I love this thing, but also sometimes I just resent it for not
I'm gonna
being all it
plug
could be.
I'm gonna plug Jacob's video in here again
Yes,
just because it's so good.
it's so
Um
good.
so you can probably see him in the chat. It's your pal Jacob made an excellent breakdown of the Kodocha anime and where it shines as an adaptation and where
Hmm.
it fits. And like the title of his video is like the perfect title for it too.
Yeah. It is a fan. I'm like, I will be honest. I'm like, it's a haul. It's a long video, but that's because it's done so well and like put together so thoughtfully. It's, yes, 12 out of 12. That's not the number you normally use for that. 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100. It's
I will
really
say
good, okay?
I will say this too, like, and maybe it's just because like I'm like really like I'm such a huge fan. Like I'm constantly thinking about Kodocha. You know, I run like the channel and Twitter, so like I'm pretty hyper fixated on it. I know some people like aren't as into it as me, but like if you are like really into Kodocha and you're very interested in just like learning about all you can about the series and just knowing everything you can, like his video, like as long as it is, it goes by really fast. It
It
went by
does.
fast for me because I enjoyed it so
A
much.
100%. It's like definitely one of those like it's also one of those things that I'm like I would feel very comfortable like putting that on my TV and sitting down with popcorn and just like watching it like a documentary.
Admittedly, I've actually watched it like I watched it once, as like to give feedback.
Mhm.
And then I actually watched it 3 times for enjoyment after that.
Yeah, cuz it's so well done. Sorry, Jacob, we will literally never stop plugging this video.
Yes, it's
You will pry it from our cold dead hands.
one of the best Kodocha videos on YouTube.
100%. 100% hard agree. Oh my goodness, we've kept everybody here for over 2 hours.
I gotta work tomorrow. Oh my
I
God.
was like, you gotta work tomorrow. I know we both have to pee. Like,
Yeah, I really don't want to because I'm
I'm
having a
having
good
fun.
time,
I
but
know, same.
yeah,
I think it
I
might be
this
time to
is
call
about my
it.
bedtime because I gotta get up early and
Oh,
I'm a
that's
mom now,
right.
so
You're a mom. She's a
yeah.
mommy. Have you heard that silly thing from Love Island that's going around? I don't watch Love Island, but it's being used as like a sound effect on TikTok.
What? What's
Oh my
that?
god, it's so silly. It's like it's a reality TV show. It's like a dating reality TV show.
Oh,
I literally
Love
don't even watch it. Yeah,
Island.
I literally
Yes,
don't
I've
watch
heard
it.
about it.
Yeah, but there's this very odd interaction between two of the cast members where she's like, I'm a mom. And he's like, yeah, you are. Like, you're a mommy. And she's like, no, like, I'm a mom. I have a
I
daughter.
think I think I heard that in
It's so
something, but
funny.
I didn't
It's
know
like,
what it was from.
Mamacita. Yeah, it's from Love Island. So, so TKG is, she's a mom.
I'm a mom. Mamacita.
Mamacita.
So
Okay.
awkward.
Silliness. Anyways, love to all of you. You guys have wonderful evenings. Be safe this weekend. Make good choices. And we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Bye.